Okay, reasoning 1 to 5. Study the following information carefully, then answer the questions. 8 persons P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W are sitting around a square table. 4 of them are sitting at the corners and face outside the center, while 4 are sitting at the middle and facing inside the table. Only one person is there between U and P. S sits to the immediate right of V and neither of them is the neighbor of neither U or P. Q is sitting second to the right of S. W sits second to the left of R and both of them are at corners. R is not the neighbor of S. T sits neither at the middle nor opposite to R. U is not the neighbor of T. Now, what we are going to do is, draw two squares. That means we are doing two possibilities. And those who are in the corners, they face outside. Those who are in the middle, they face towards the center. Now see. Only one person is there between U and P. Only one person is there between U and P. Only one person is there between U and P. So, first case, I am taking U, now U. Only one person is there between U and P. So, first case I am taking P here, second case I am taking P here. Next, W sits second to the left of R, both of them is at the corners, and R is not the neighbor of S. So, W is sitting second to the left of R. So, suppose if I write R here, so R is facing away, so W I can write here. Second case also same, R, W. Both of them sit at the corners. R is not the neighbor of S. That means S won't come here. S can come here or here or here. T neither sits in the middle nor opposite to R. That means T is sitting in the corner. T is not opposite to R. So, that means T will come definitely here only. Now, T will come definitely here only in both the cases. S is on the immediate right of V and neither of them is the neighbor of U and P. S is the immediate right of V and S and V, they are not the neighbors of U and P. So, S is on the immediate right of V. So, S will come here, V will come here. Here V, S. Now, we are left out with Q. So, here I am writing Q. Now, U is not the neighbor of T. U is not the neighbor of T. T neither sits opposite. T is sitting on the middle of the table. T sits on the middle. Neither sit middle nor opposite to R. R is not the neighbor of S. R is not the neighbor of S. Q is sitting second to the right of S. See this point. So, Q is sitting second to the right of S is correct here and it is wrong here. We can't take Q is sitting second to the right of S. So, second one is completely wrong. Only first one is correct. Now, we have to answer the questions. See the first question. Who among the following faces P? So, P is facing which person? S. 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and hence form a group. So, S, P, V, Q, U. So, only V is in the corner. Remaining all are in the middle. Which of the following is true regarding R? 2 persons are there between R and Q. R is sitting second to the right of T. R is the immediate neighbor of Q. That is not correct. R is... so, which of the following is true regarding R? 2 persons are there between R and Q. Only this one is correct. What is the position of V with respect to W? With respect to W, the position of V is generally it is second to the right. Since W is facing away the center, we have to take second to the left. What is the position of S with respect to Q? With respect to Q, S is second to the left. Second to the left. 2 is the answer. Now, next one. If all the digits are arranged in ascending order within the number, so within the number, if you arrange the digits in the ascending order, that will 0, 24, 246, 357, then 169, then 079. Then which is the third lowest number? So first is this one, second is this one, third is this one. So third lowest is 169. Original number 619. If the first digit of the highest number is divided, highest number is 970. In this first digit 9. It is divided by the second digit of the second highest number. Second highest number is 619. In this the second digit is 1. If you divide 9 by 1, the answer is also 9. If the first digit is replaced with third, second with first and third with second, then which number will be the lowest? First is replaced by third. That means, see, first is replaced by third. That means 204 becomes 420. Then 264 becomes 246. Then 753. This is 8th question I am doing. Then 961. 961. So this is 357. This is 357. 961. Then 097. Which is the lowest number? 97. For that the original number is 970. Option 1. What is the addition of third digit of the second highest number? Second highest number 619. In this third digit 9. And first digit of the lowest number. Lowest number 204. In this first digit 2. So what is 9 plus 2? 11. 9 plus 2? 11. If the first digit of the second highest number is multiplied by first digit of the lowest number. Second highest number 619. First digit 6. It is multiplied by first digit of the lowest number. Lowest number 204. In this 2. What is 6 into 2? 12. Then 8 persons, see 11 to 15. 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting in a linear row. Some of them are facing north while some of them are facing south. D is sitting at one of the extreme end. E is sitting third to the left of D. G is the immediate neighbor of E. H is sitting third to the right of G, who is facing same direction as C. H is neither an immediate neighbor of D nor at extreme end. Only two persons are there between B and F, and both of them are facing the same direction. C faces north and is the neighbor of F. B faces opposite direction to C. A faces the same direction as B. Both the neighbors of G face the same direction. Both E and H face opposite direction to each other. So this is the puzzle. Now there are 8 persons and they are in a linear row. So all of you draw one straight line. So I am doing two possibilities. Divide into 8 parts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now D is sitting at one extreme end. D is sitting at one extreme end. So I am taking D here in the first case, second case here. E is sitting third to the left of D. That means D is minus. Here D will be plus. So E will come here. Here E will come here. Then G is the neighbor of E. First case I am taking G here. Second case I am taking G to the right side. Then H is sitting third to the right of G, who faces same direction as G. H is sitting third to the right of G. Here we will get H. Here we will get H. That means G I am taking minus in the second case. First case G will be plus. G is facing same direction as C. That means G is plus, also C is plus. Here G is minus, so C should be minus. C is also minus. But C faces north is given. That means the second one is wrong. Since G is minus, C should be minus. But here it is clearly mentioned C faces north. So second one is completely wrong. So only first might be correct. Then there are two persons. Only two persons are there between B and F, and both of them are facing same direction. Both of them are facing same direction. C is facing north and is the neighbor of F. C north and is the neighbor of F. So where can I write F? So here only C, F. There are two persons. C is facing north. There are two persons between B and F. B and F, there are two persons. Then we are left out with A. Now, A faces the same direction as B. Now, E sits third to the left of D. E sits third to the left of D. Now, B faces opposite to C. So, B will be minus. B will be minus. A faces the same direction as B. So, A will be minus. Both the neighbors of G, they face the same direction. That means here E will be again minus. E and H face opposite to each other. So, H will be here plus. H will be plus. B and F, they face same direction. Since B is minus, F is also minus. So, this is the total puzzle. Now, you come to the questions. C. Who is sitting third to the left of C? This is C. C left to third. First, second, third. That is E. Who is sitting second to the right of G? B. Then, how many persons are there between D and B? 3 persons. 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and in small group. So, H will be plus, D is minus, E is minus, B is minus, F is minus. Who is sitting at extreme end? D and F. D, F or F, D are sitting at extreme ends. Next. Here one letter number symbol series is there. You have to answer the question based on this. See. How many such symbols are there in the above arrangement which is preceded by vowel? So, how many symbols preceded by vowel? See here. O at far. O at far. This is the first one. Then A and this is the second one. So, totally 2. How many numbers are there which is preceded and followed by consonant? So, consonant to number consonant. Consonant, number, consonant. See. D5L. This is first one. Then L9N. This is the second one. So, 2. How many such consonants are there which is immediately followed by number which is a perfect square? So, after consonant there should be perfect square. So, only one thing is there, that is L9. L9. How many such vowels are there which is immediately preceded by symbol and immediately followed by symbol? So, vowel before symbol, vowel after symbol should be there. Before vowel symbol, after vowel symbol. This is before O there is a star, after O there is at far. So, that is also only one. Then see the next one. How many letters are there in the above arrangement which is preceded by odd number? Letters. How many letters are there which is preceded by odd number? Before the letter there should be odd number. See. Before the letter there should be odd number. 1H. 1H. Then 7R. 7R. Then 3G. 3G. Then 5L, 5L, 9N, 9N, 7C, 7C. So, totally we are having 6. Totally we are having how many? 6. 6 is the correct answer, 26. Then, study the following information carefully, then answer the question. 8 persons PQR, STU, VW born in different months from January to August. U was born in the month having 31 days. There are 3 persons between U and T. U and T. T is born in the month before P. Only 2 persons are there between P and R. Then R is born in the month having 31 days. W is born before S, but none of them is born in the month having least number of days. T was born before W. Q was born in one of the month after W, but does not born after T. Not more than 4 persons are there between Q and U. U does not born in the month immediately before V. S was born after T. Now, this question we can do in 2 columns, but there can be so many possibilities. See, month, person. Now, I am doing this question in 3 possibilities. Month, then person. See, below the months, January having 31 days, then February 28 days, then March 31 days, then April 30 days, then May 31 days, June 30 days, July 31 days, August 31 days. So see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. See, this is case 1, this is case 2, case 3. I am doing the question in 3 cases. Now, see, 3 persons are there between U and T. U was born in the month having 31 days. So, if you come from the top, January can be U. And there are 3 persons between U and T. There are 3 persons between U and T. May will be T. If I come from the bottom, U I can take in August, 3 gap T. Or else I can take U in July, 3 gap T. Now, next. Not more than 4 persons are there between Q and U. So, between Q and U, there should be maximum 4 persons. So, after U, maximum 4 persons Q. So, Q will come here. So, Q will come here. So, Q will come here. Then, R is born in the month having 31 days. Only 2 persons are there between P and R. So, R is born in the month having 31 days. There are only 2 persons between R and P. So, R I can take here, P I can take here. Second case, same. R 31 days. If I take R here, after 2P, it will not come. So, second is wrong. So, second is completely wrong. Second is wrong. Because 2 persons are there between R and P will not come. First case, R is born in the month having 31 days. So, R can be here. 2 gap P. So, P is in May. Now, this is wrong completely. This we can't take. Now, 1 and 3 only we should see. Next. T was not born before W. That means T was born after W. T I will take here. Then, V was born in the month immediately before P. Immediately before P, V. Immediately before P, V. Then, W was born before S. So, W was born before S. But none of them is born in least number of days. If I take W is born before S, but none of them is born in least number of days. But W I am getting in February. So, this is also wrong. Only third one is correct. Only third one is correct. Now, you have to see only this one. Now, see. How many persons are there between T and S? This is T, this is S. How many persons are there? 2 persons. Who among the following is born in the month having least number of days? Least number of days we are having Q. Who is the youngest person? Youngest person is which one? R. Who is born immediately before S? P. 4 of the following 5 are alike in certain way and hence small group. Which is the one that does not belong to group? See, W 31 days. W is 31 days. U 31 days. R 31 days. T, that is also 31 days. V is 30 days. V is born in the month having 30 days. That is the odd one out. See the next one. 7 persons of a family having 3 kids and 2 married couples. K is the sister-in-law of Q. A is the mother of L. L is the sister of G. So, first A is the mother of L. See. A is the mother of L. L is the sister of Y. L is the sister of Y. Y is a male. So, Y is a male. Then, Q is married to A. Q is married to A. K is the sister-in-law of Q. But here clearly mentioned A does not have any sibling. That means G is the son of B. and K is the sister-in-law of Q. So Q brother is G. G is the son of B. K is the sister-in-law of Q. So K is married to G. Then K is the sister-in-law of Q. Now here B is the father of G and Q. G is married to K, Q is married to A. And since A is minus, Q will be plus. A and Q, they are having L and Y. Now first question. If J is the wife of B, already I have written B. Now J is the wife of B. That means B will be the husband. How is B related to L? Grandfather. Grandfather. How is G related to A? Brother-in-law. How is Q related to Y? Father. Q is the father of Y. 3 is the correct answer. Next question. 29 to 31. 6 persons JKL MNO work in a company and different salaries. Now see, there are totally 6 persons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 2 persons earn less than O. That means O is coming in the 4th place. K earns more salary than L but less salary than N. This is the next one. J earns more salary than N but it does not get the highest. J is not the first. So J will come here. N, K, L, here M. The one who get the third highest salary earns 12,000. Third highest salary N. So N will be 12,000. The one who gets the second lowest is 5,000. So K is 5,000. Now, what is the possible salary of O? It will be more than 5, less than 12. It can be 8. Who is the highest salary? M. Who is getting the lowest salary? L. Next. 32 to 33. This is direction. Point Q is 5 meters to the south of P. See. Here you write P. P south Q. How many meters? 5. R is 5 meters to the east of Q. So this is also 5. Then R is 10 meters to the north of S. This is S. This is 10 meters. T is 5 meters to the west of S. This is T. 5 meters. U is 5 meters to the north of T. This is U. This is how many meters? 5 meters. Then this gap will be 5 meters. This gap will be 5 meters. Now, how far is Q with respect to U? Q from U. The distance is how many? 5. P is in which direction with respect to S? It is on the north and to the left side. So, it is north west. 34 to 35 greater than lesser than. See, P greater than or equal to B, B greater than J, W less than Z, Z greater than P, U greater than or equal to B, B greater than D. J less than U. First J less than B, B less than or equal to U. Therefore, J less than U definitely follows. P is equal to D will not follow. Only one follows. X less than C, C is equal to V, C greater than J, J less than or equal to K, K is equal to G, G less than E. Now, V greater than E, V greater than E. Now, C is equal to V. Instead of C, if I write V, then V greater than J, J less than or equal to K, K is equal to G, G less than E. So, between V and E there is no common symbol. First one does not follow. X less than K, C, X less than C, C greater than J, J less than or equal to K. Again, this also does not follow. So, none follows. Option 5. So, with this we completed the reasoning paper number 173. Good morning students. Today we will discuss paper number 173 quantitative aptitude. First question, quantitative aptitude. A mixture of 30 liters contain alcohol and water in the ratio of 3:7. How much alcohol should be added so that alcohol and water becomes 2:3? Now in this 30 liters we are having 3:7. So 3 plus 7, 10 parts. That means there will be 9 liters alcohol, 21 liters water. Now how much alcohol is added? So 9 plus X. So for total quantity also X liters will be added so that it becomes 2/3. It's not 2/3. Total means 2/5. because 2 plus 3 is 5. Now if you do the calculation, this is 45 plus 5x is equal to 60 plus 2x. So 3x is equal to 15, x value 5. So x value is how many liters? 5 liters. Option 1. A shopkeeper buys rice from wholesaler at 30% discount on the marked price. If the shopkeeper give a discount of If the shopkeeper give 20% discount on the mark price while selling, find the net profit. Now let mark price is 100. 30% discount means SP is, so the shopkeeper is buying for 70. This is the cost price of the shopkeeper, that is 70. If the shopkeeper gives discount on 20% while selling, that means selling price will be equal to 80. So cost price 70. The cost price of shopkeeper is 70. Cost price 70, selling price is 80. So what is the profit? So cost price, profit by cost price, 10 by 70. 10 by 70 is nothing but 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is always equal to 14, 2 by 7 percentage. Next. If the ratio of the length breadth and height of a cuboid is 1:2:3 and area is 88 centimeter square, find the volume of the cube having the edge length equal to breadth of the cuboid. Now what is the volume of the cuboid? That is 2 of, so what is the area of cuboid? 2 of LB plus BH plus LH, that is given as 88. Now length is one part, that is x. Breadth is, see, length is x, breadth 2x, height 3x. Now 288. So 88 by 2 is nothing but 44. So L into B. This is L, this is B, this is H. So 2x square plus 6x square plus 3x square. So total 11x square is 44. So x square is 4, x value 2. Now length is nothing but x. So here find the volume of the cube having length equal to breadth of the cuboid. Breadth of the cuboid is 2x. So x value 2 means 2x 4. Now the edge of the cube is also equal to 4. Now volume of the cube. What is the formula for volume of the cube? A cube, that is 4 cube. 4 cube value 64. Next, the ratio of train A, length of A and B and speed of, the length of train A is twice that of B, speed of A is half that of train B. If a train crosses man in 4 seconds, find how much long will the train B take to cross train A if they are moving in the same direction. Now length, speed of A and B. Length of A is twice that of B. That means B length is 1, A length is twice. Speed of A is half that of B. So speed of A is 1, speed of B is 2. Now train crosses a man in 4 seconds. Train crosses a man. So train length is 2. If it is crossing a man, train length itself is the distance. So for crossing, for the distance of 2, it is how many seconds? 4 seconds. Now train B crosses train A in the same direction. Train A is 2, train B is 1. So total it will be equal to 3. And they are moving in the same direction. Same direction means relative speed is difference of the speed. So 3 by 1, that is 3. If 2 parts equal to 4 seconds, 3 parts equal to how many seconds? 6 seconds. 6 seconds is the correct answer. Next. The probability that Ram speaking the truth is 1 by 3. So Ram speaking the truth 1 by 3. And that Shyam speaking the truth is 2 by 5. If a question is asked for both of them, what is the probability that one of them lies? If Ram is speaking the truth, Shyam will be lying. So 1 by 3 into 3 by 5, that is 1 by 5. If Shyam is speaking the truth, Ram will be lying. So it will be equal to 4 by 15. So 1 by 5 plus 4 by 15. That is nothing but 7 by 15. The answer is 7 by 15. Now, the table given shows the number of items sold by 5 persons on 5 different days. Now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are the days given. First question. If the total number of items sold by A and B, including 5 days, is 2000 and 2200 respectively, then B on Tuesday is what percent more or less than A on Friday? Now, A 5 days, it is 2000, but A Friday is missing. So, what is A Friday? What is A Friday value? So, A Friday is what? A Friday is nothing but 2000 is given total, 2000 minus this 420, 360, 280, 540. 420 plus 360 plus 280 plus 540. So, that is equal to 2000 minus 1600. That is 400. Now, B on Tuesday. So, B it is given 2200. B Tuesday is missing. That means if you add all these and if you subtract from 2200, we will get 2200 minus 440 plus 240 plus 510 plus 460. So, totally we are going to get 2200 minus 1650. This is 1650. So, that is 550. Now, what is the question? 550 is how much more than 400? That is 150. From where it is more? 400 into 100. So, that is 75 by 2, 37.5%. 37.5%. B, if the ratio of B and C on Thursday to that of C and E on the same day is 2:1. B and E on Thursday. B and E on Thursday. So, what is B plus E? B on Thursday 510, then C on Thursday X by C plus E on Thursday. C is X, E on Thursday 160. That ratio is given as 2 by 1. Now, if you do this, we will get X is equal to, this is 2X, this is X, 2X minus X. 510 minus 320, 160 into 2, 320, that is 190. This is equal to 190. So, X value 190. This is C on Thursday. So, C on Thursday is 190. Next question. What is the difference of A on Monday and Friday if total items of A is 1800? So, total items of A 1800. Now, what is A Friday value? 1800 minus 420 plus 360 plus 280 plus 540. This is equal to 1800 minus 1600, that is 200. Now, A Monday minus Friday. A Monday is 420, A Friday is 200. So, the difference is 220. 220 is the final answer. Next. If the average of D on Monday and Tuesday is Friday, Monday and Tuesday is 245 average, total it will be equal to 490. Then D on Monday X, D on Tuesday 210 is equal to 420. So, D value is 280. This is Monday value, D Monday value 280. Now, E on Friday, E on Friday it is 400, E on Friday it is 400. Now, 280 is what percent of 400? That is nothing but 70%. 70% is the correct answer. If the items of C on Thursday is average of the items of C on Wednesday and Friday. So, C Wednesday, Friday. C Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday is this one, Friday this one. 410 plus 350. C on Wednesday plus Friday is 410 plus 350, that is 760. Now, C Thursday is equal to 760 by 2, that is how much? 380. Now, total C is what? Total C, this is 240, 520, 410, now we got 380, now 350. Add 0, 14, 16, 20, 5, 8, 12, 17, 19. It is 1900. 1900 is the correct answer. Next, what will come in the place of the question mark? Find approximate. 17.99, that is 18 by 3. 18 by 3 is 6. So 6 into 1 by root 4, that is 2. So that is equal to 3. 3 is equal to root x. X is equal to 9. 9 is the correct answer. Next question. 20% of 160, that is 32 into 4 by 64. This is 2 times. 4 by 2 is again 2. 2 is the correct answer. Next question. 22.9, that is 23. 23 plus 13 is 36. 36 minus 10% of 200 is how much? That is 20. So what is 36 minus 20? 16. Next. (68 by 15). 68 by 15 into 90 by 17 is equal to 20 plus x. 17 ones 15. This is x is equal to 4. What is x value? 4. 1 by 3 of 900. So what is 1 by 3 of 900? That is 300 into 200 by 2. That is nothing but 100. So that is equal to 30,000. 30,000 is the correct answer. Next, 51 to 55, this is data analysis. Study the passage carefully, then answer the questions. Marks obtained by X in physics is 160, which is 40% of total marks. So, X in physics we are getting 160, which is 40% of total, means X total will be, this is equal to 2 parts. So we want to 5 parts. If 2 parts is 160, 5 parts will be equal to how much? 400. This is X total. So what about X in chemistry and maths? X chemistry and maths is 400 minus 160, that is 240. This is regarding X. Now, the marks obtained by X and Z is 4:3. So X total marks 400, that is 4 parts. Z 3 parts will be equal to 300. So Z total is 300. Z total is 300. Marks obtained by Z in chemistry. Now Z in chemistry is 3/4 of physics. So 3/4 of 160, that is 120. Now Z physics plus maths. What about Z physics plus maths? It is 300 minus 120, that is 180. This is regarding Z. Now we have to take Y. Marks obtained by Y in maths equal to marks obtained by Z in chemistry. So Y in maths is equal to Z in chemistry, that is 120. Y in maths 120. And total marks obtained by Y in physics and chemistry. Y physics plus chemistry is half the marks obtained by X. Half the marks obtained by X means 200. So what is Y total then? This is 200 plus 120, that is 320. So Y total is 320. Now see, X physics 160, X total 400. Now Z total 300, Z chemistry 3/4 of 160, that is 120. Now this all you can take in the form of a table. This all you can take in the form of a table. Now if you write in the form of a table, it will be very easy for you. See. Now we can write in the form of a table. See. There are 3 subjects. So take subject, X, Y, Z. So see, subjects, physics is there, then chemistry, then maths, then total. Physics, chemistry, maths, sorry. y total is 320. Y total 200 plus 100 320. Now we can take in the form of a table. See, subject, then x, then y, then z. Physics, chemistry, maths, total. Physics, chemistry, maths, total. This is 160. Physics x is 160. Total. Physics x is 160. Physics total 400. So this will be equal to 240. Then y. Y physics plus chemistry. Y physics plus chemistry 200. This is equal to 200. Y max is 120. Total 320. Total 320. Now z. This and this, it is equal to 180. This is 120. Total it is 300. Now taking this, we have to answer the question. So now we have to take these values and we should answer the question. See the first one. Now see first one. If marks obtained by x in maths is 50% more than marks obtained by in chemistry. 50% more means x max I am taking 3x. Then chemistry 2x. Total 5x. X max plus chemistry 240. So x value 48. So then find the difference of marks obtained by x in max. X in max it is 3x. So 3 into 148, 3 into 48, 144. Then y in max. So what about y in max? 120. What is the difference? 24. 3 is the answer. Marks obtained by y in physics and chemistry. So y in physics and chemistry together. (200) is what percent of total obtained by z? Total obtained by z is 3. So 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is always equal to 66. 2 by 3. 1. What is the ratio of obtained marks obtained by z in physics and maths? Physics and maths z, that is 180. X chemistry and physics. X chemistry and physics we can't say. Chemistry max is 240, but chemistry physics we can't say. So the answer is cannot be determined. Next question. If the marks obtained in each subject is 200, find the marks percentage obtained by y. Y is getting totally 320. So there are 3 subjects. In each subject there are 200 marks. So 320 by 600 into 100. That is 320 by 6. 6 5 is 30. 6 3 is 18. So it is 53 2 by 6 or 53 1 by 3. 53 1 by 3. Then if the marks obtained by z in physics and maths is 2:1, 2:1, find the average of the marks obtained by x and z in physics. So the ratio of the marks obtained by z in physics and maths, it is 2:1. Z to physics and maths is 2:1. Now if you take Z, the physics and maths is 180. It is 180. Now in physics it is 2 by 3. That is 120 in physics, 60 in maths. Then find the x and z in physics. So x physics is 160. Z physics we are getting 120. So total 280, average means 140. 140 is the correct answer. Next question. See the next question. We have to find what should come here. 3, 4, 8, 17, 33. Next what? 3, 4. One gap. This is 4. This is 9. This is 16. This one is what? 25. So 33 plus 25, 58. Next one. 5, 7, 13, 25, 45, question mark. See. This is 2 gap. This is 6 gap. This is 12 gap. This is 20 gap. This is how much? 4, 6, 8, 10. That is 30. 45 plus 30 is 75. Next. 7, 7, 10, 18, 33, question mark. 0, 3, 8, 15, question mark. So 3, 5, 7, 9. So 33 plus 24, 57. Two, 7, 25, 105, 531 and question mark. So into 2 plus 3, into 3 plus 4, into 4 plus 5, into 5 plus 6, into 6 plus 7. 531 into 6, 3186 plus 7, 3193. Next. See, 3 gap, 5 gap, 8, then 12, then what? So 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 17. 38 plus 17 is 55. 55 is the correct answer. Then next one. What will come in the place of the question mark here? So see, 3432 by 4 into 5 by 3. So what is 4 into 3? 12. So divide 3432 with 12 plus 168 is almost. See, 12 2s 24, 12 8s 96, 12 6. 286 into 5. What is 286 into 5? 1430 plus 168. 8, 9, 5, 1. 1598. 2 is the correct answer. Then 242 by 6 into 4 by 3 plus x is equal to 31. Now 242 into 4 plus x. See here. 2 2s, 2 3s. 484 by 9. X is equal to 31 minus 484 by 9. That is 279 minus 484 by 9. That is minus 205 by 9. Minus 205 by 9. Next. 2 by 7 of 343. So 343 by 7, 49. 49 into 2, 98. 512 by 256, 2. That is totally 100. 100 is the correct answer. Next. 1089 into 101 plus 36 into 44. So you can take 1089 into 101 can be written as 100 plus 1 plus 36 can be written as 40 minus 4. 44 can be written as 40 plus 4. So this is in the form of a minus b of a plus b, a square minus b square. So 1600 minus 16. So this total value is 1584. This total value 1584. Now this one 180900 plus 1089. 989. So 109 989 plus 1584. 111 573. 111 573. Four 4349.1 plus 2256.4. So see, add here only 0.5, 15, then 10, then 6, then 6 minus this one 5, 5, 932. So 2395.5. 0, 0, 1, 3, 2, 4. It is 4210. 4210. 64 into 198. So 198 can be written as 200 minus 2 plus 340 by 8 into 4 by 17. See this. 4 ones, 4 twos. 20 by 2, that is 10. This is 12,800 minus 128 plus 10. So 12,810 minus 128. 2, then 8, then 6, then 2, 1. 12,682. 4. (62 by 62) plus x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 3. 3 is the correct answer. 3 is the correct answer. Next question. 1728 by 12 cube, that is 1. 1 minus 1331 is equal to question mark. So x is equal to minus 1330. Minus 1330. Next one. 729 by 9 square, that is 9, minus 24 divided by 3% of 10. 3% of 10 means 10 by 3. That is 80. So 9 minus 80, it is minus 71. 1001 into 1120 minus 1120 into 999 plus 555. So 1120 common. 1001 minus 999, that is 2 plus 555. This is 2240 plus 55. That is 2295. 2295 is the correct answer. Option 2 is the correct answer. So with this we completed the quant part of paper number 173. Next we will discuss the reasoning.